Welcome to Trump Rewind. 7 shocking family fact you won't believe. Donald Trump's family background reveals complexity. His brother, Fred Jr., died from alcoholism, shaping Trump's views on addiction. Ivanka converted to Judaism, emphasizing family values, while Trump's German roots contrast with claims of Swedish heritage. Mary Trump's tell-all book highlights family tensions, and Tiffany's Lesser Spotlight reflects varied public engagement among his children. This channel covers news and public events related to Donald Trump for informational purposes only. We do not endorse or oppose any political party or figure. Number 1. Donald Trump's brother, Fred Jr., died from alcoholism. Donald Trump's older brother, Fred Trump Jr., tragically died at the age of 42 due to complications from alcoholism. Fred Jr. was once seen as the heir to the Trump family business, but struggled with the pressures of the real estate industry and his family's expectations. Unlike Donald, Fred Jr. preferred a more carefree lifestyle, pursuing his passion for flying by becoming a commercial pilot. However, his struggles with alcohol became a significant issue that ultimately derailed his career and strained his relationships with family members. Fred Jr.'s death had a profound impact on Donald Trump, who has frequently spoken about the emotional toll it took on him and their family. In many interviews, Trump has cited his brother's battle with alcoholism as the reason he personally avoids alcohol and drugs. The loss of Fred Jr. also served as a cautionary tale for Donald, shaping his views on personal discipline and responsibility. Trump's reflections on his brother's life highlight the importance of understanding the pressures of family expectations and the devastating impacts of addiction. Fred Jr.'s untimely death remains a significant chapter in the Trump family's history, offering insight into the complexities of sibling relationships and the challenges that can arise from substance abuse. Number 2. Ivanka Trump converted to Judaism. Ivanka Trump, Donald Trump's eldest daughter, made the personal decision to convert to Judaism before marrying Jared Kushner, a prominent real estate developer and Orthodox Jew, in 2009. Raised as a Presbyterian, Ivanka's conversion to Judaism marked a significant shift in her religious and personal life. She studied Orthodox Judaism under the guidance of Rabbi Haskell Lookstein, a respected figure in the Jewish community, and adopted the Hebrew name Yael. Ivanka's conversion and commitment to her new faith were seen as genuine and serious, as she and her husband began observing traditional Jewish customs, including keeping kosher, observing the Sabbath, and celebrating Jewish holidays such as Passover and Yom Kippur. Ivanka's religious transformation has played an important role in shaping her family life, as she and Kushner raised their children in a Jewish household. The conversion also had broader political and social implications, especially during Trump's presidency. As a prominent figure in her father's administration, Ivanka's connection to the Jewish community often came into the spotlight, particularly when addressing U.S.-Israel relations. Her Jewish faith, along with Jared Kushner's role as a senior advisor, influenced many of the Trump administration's policies regarding Israel and the Middle East. Ivanka's conversion demonstrates how personal faith and family can intersect with broader political dynamics. Number 3. Trump's parents had German roots, not Swedish. For many years, Donald Trump perpetuated the narrative that his family had Swedish roots, a claim he often repeated in interviews and speeches. However, the reality is that Trump's paternal grandparents were from Germany. His grandfather, Friedrich Trump, immigrated to the United States from Kallstadt, a small village in the Palatinate region of Germany, in 1885. Friedrich eventually became a successful businessman, opening hotels and restaurants during the Klondike Gold Rush. The reason for Donald Trump's misrepresentation of his heritage as Swedish stems from family dynamics, particularly during the post-World War II era when anti-German sentiment was prevalent in the United States. Trump's father, Fred Trump, reportedly encouraged the family to downplay their German roots in favor of a more neutral identity, such as Swedish, to avoid any negative associations with Germany following the war. This narrative continued for several decades, even as Trump's business empire grew. However, genealogical records and investigations into the Trump family's history have since clarified the truth about his German ancestry. Despite the earlier claims, Trump has embraced his German heritage more openly in recent years, acknowledging the true origins of his family. This revelation adds an interesting layer to the Trump family story, illustrating how historical and cultural contexts can influence personal identity. Number 4. Melania Trump's immigration controversy. Melania Trump, the former First Lady of the United States, faced scrutiny over her immigration history during Donald Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. Born in Slovenia, Melania immigrated to the United States in 1996 to pursue a modeling career. Controversy arose when reports suggested that she may have worked illegally in the U.S. before obtaining the proper visa. Although Melania has maintained that she followed all immigration laws, discrepancies in her timeline, particularly surrounding the type of visa she used when first entering the country, raise questions. Critics argued that her immigration story contradicted Donald Trump's hardline stance on immigration, especially his calls for stricter enforcement of immigration laws and his focus on building a border wall. In 2001, Melania received a green card through the EB-1 program, also known as the Einstein visa, which is typically reserved for individuals with extraordinary abilities or qualifications. Her receipt of this prestigious visa also drew attention, as some questioned whether she met the strict criteria for the program. Despite the controversy, Melania eventually became a naturalized U.S. citizen in 2006. Her immigration story, while reflective of many immigrants' aspirations to achieve the American dream, became a focal point during Trump's presidency, sparking debates about immigration policy, privilege, and fairness. Number 5. Trump's niece, Mary Trump, wrote a tell-all book. In 2020, Donald Trump's niece, Mary Trump, published a highly publicized tell-all book titled Too Much and Never Enough: How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man. The book delved into intimate details about the Trump family dynamics, offering a unique and often critical perspective on Donald Trump's upbringing and character. Mary Trump, a clinical psychologist, provided a psychological analysis of her uncle, portraying him as a product of a dysfunctional family environment, heavily influenced by his father, Fred Trump Sr.'s domineering and cold parenting style. The book explored how Fred Sr.'s relentless pressure to succeed shaped Donald's behavior, contributing to his narcissism, competitiveness, and need for approval. Mary's portrayal of Donald Trump was harsh, describing him as someone lacking empathy and driven primarily by a fear of failure. The book also touched on internal family tensions, including the way Fred Trump Jr.'s struggles with alcoholism were handled, and the inheritance dispute that arose after Fred Sr.'s death. The publication of the book led to legal battles, as the Trump family sought to prevent its release, citing a non-disclosure agreement Mary had signed years earlier. However, the book was published, becoming a bestseller and sparking widespread conversation about the inner workings of the Trump family. Number 6. Tiffany Trump grew up away from the Trump limelight. Tiffany Trump, the daughter of Donald Trump and his second wife, Marla Maples, led a relatively private life compared to her high-profile half-siblings. Born in 1993, Tiffany was raised primarily by her mother in California after her parents' divorce, far from the media attention and New York social scene where the Trump family was often in the spotlight. While her half-siblings Ivanka, Donald Jr., and Eric were deeply involved in their father's business ventures and public persona, Tiffany pursued her own path. She attended the University of Pennsylvania, where she earned a degree in sociology and later went on to Georgetown Law School. Unlike her siblings, Tiffany maintained a lower profile during her father's presidential campaign, though she did make occasional public appearances in support of him. Her relative absence from the media spotlight led to speculation about her relationship with her father, with many observers noting that she seemed more distanced from the Trump family's business and political endeavors. However, Tiffany has often spoken warmly about her father and expressed pride in his accomplishments. Her decision to stay out of the limelight for much of her life has allowed her to carve out a more independent identity, away from the public scrutiny that has surrounded the rest of the Trump family. Number 7. Trump's relationship with his father was complicated. Donald Trump's relationship with his father, Fred Trump Sr., was both influential and complicated. Fred Sr., a successful real estate developer in New York, was a powerful figure in Donald's life and played a significant role in shaping his son's ambition and business acumen. From a young age, Donald was exposed to his father's tough, no-nonsense approach to business, which emphasized competition, winning, and financial success. Fred Sir instilled in Donald a relentless drive to achieve, often pushing him to be aggressive in his pursuits. However, this high-pressure environment also created tensions. Fred Sir was known for his strict, demanding nature, which left little room for failure or weakness. Donald has often described his father as a demanding figure who set high expectations, and this relationship likely contributed to Donald's own need for approval and success. Despite these challenges, Donald has frequently credited his father with teaching him the principles of hard work and determination, traits that have defined his career. While the relationship was marked by admiration and respect, it was also fraught with the complexities that come with living in the shadow of a dominant and successful parent. Fred Sir's influence on Donald's personal and professional life continues to be a defining element of the Trump family legacy. Thanks for watching Trump Rewind. Stay tuned for more unforgettable moments and insights from Trump's legacy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for your daily rewind.